guys, it's Tori. Today I am making my first video ever. Today is a tutorial on this look that I just did. It is a glam back to school look. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos around right now talking about a simple back to school look, whether it's for middle school or high school or college. A lot of them have been simple. And you know what? I decided I have not seen a lot of glam back to school looks, and I know there are some girls out there that want to look glam every day. They want to put the falsies on, they want to put lipstick on, they want to put foundation on, and I say you do you, boo. So I decided to make a makeup tutorial for those girls who want to go all out every single day, want to feel their best, want to look super glam. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I wear falsies every day to work. I do crazy makeup. I love it. Wear foundation every day. So I say you do you. If you like to do it, absolutely do whatever you want. You're gonna look super glam. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial, and I hope you guys like it. Okay, so I already washed my face with my Fresh Soy Cleanser. So next I'm going to go in with my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I really like this one, and it's really important that you moisturize before you put your makeup on. This one is a really good everyday moisturizer just because it isn't super heavy, and I don't really like that super heavy like cream feeling, and this one is a gel, so it's really nice and light on your skin. You also want to make sure that your fingers are clean, so I guess just wash your hands, which you should do anyway. A lot of dirt and bacteria can get onto your face if your hands aren't clean when you're touching your face, so I feel like that should be a given, but you know. So now that I have moisturized my face, I am going to go ahead and prime. So what I'm going to do is start with my Max Fix Plus. I like to spray this on my face just to give a little bit of hydration. So, okay, so spray it just enough so it looks like you just jumped in a pool. I'm going to go in with two primers. And the first primer I'm going to go in with is the Benefits Professional. I just have the little sample size of it. I really like this one to blur my pores, but if you do have dry skin, I have dry skin, so on a good day, if my skin is not acting up and it's not super dry, I usually don't have problems with it. But if I am having a super dry day, it does tend to flake up a little bit around my nose. Not to the point where I wouldn't use it. I think it's a great primer, but if you have dry skin like me, I would just be aware of that. My mirror's down here, so that's why I'm looking down here. The next primer I'm going to go in with is the NYX Angel Veil. And I'm just going to put that around the outer part of my face, so where I didn't put the other primer. I'm going to shake it up first, because for some reason mine gets really liquidy. I don't know if anybody else's gets super liquidy, but I have to shake it up first. Shake it up, shake it up. Okay, Tori. So I'm just going to rub this into the rest of my face. Okay, I put too much on. Wipe it on your pants. When in doubt, wipe it on your pants. Alright, so primer is done. So what I'm going to do next before I do anything else is I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, so if you guys want to see how I do my eyebrows, or maybe like an eyebrow routine, just go ahead and put it in the comments and let me know, and I will make one of those. Here we go. Okay, so brows are almost done. Now I'm just gonna go in with my brow gel. It's, okay, this brow gel is like $2 at Walmart. Super cheap, works really well. I recommend you go on the Walmart website and get some. Did I miss a chunk? Of course I did. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. If you guys have never used this, I absolutely recommend it. It is my favorite way to do my brows. I'm obsessed with it. I used to just do powder, then I started using the Brow Wiz, and then I ran out of my Brow Wiz one day, and I had to go back to powder, and I cried so bad. Oh, hot dang. I was gonna dampen my little sponge before the video, but I did not, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm going to start on my I'm going to start on my eyes. I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see a little bit better. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm just going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It works just fine. It doesn't crease on my eyelids. I use the shade 15 Fair. I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to take my damp Real Techniques, I think it's called like a beauty complexion. It's called a beauty complexion. It's called a beauty complexion sponge. Okay. Taking my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just going to pat that in to my eyelids. Oh, girl, you is out of frame. Now we can finally get started on the eyeshadow. I'm using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. The first shade I'm going to go in with is Raw Sienna. So it's this shade right here. And I'm just going to use that as my transition shade. So the brush I'm going to go in with for my transition shade is this Coastal Scents brush. I'm just going to tap off the excess. There's no real technique about how to do this. I am bringing it up a little bit farther past the brow bone just to make it a little smokier, I guess you could say. Oh, it's so hot in here. And then you just blend your life away. Then your makeup will look so good. So now that we have that transition color on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Morphe M332 brush, and we are going to go in with Love Letter. So it's this pink color right here. Just dip your brush in there, top off the excess. So I'm just going to start right here, the outer corner, kind of dab it on, and then just put it into my crease. I'm gonna go in with some more. First eye done. And again, you're just going to go into that Love Letter color. And just do the same thing on the other eye. So I'm just going to go back with that Coastal Scents brush. Just going to go back into the Raw Sienna color. But I'm just going to take a very, very little bit because we're just kind of blending some more, just making sure everything blends together. Now that we have the crease done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in Ion Beauty brush. It's just kind of like a flat shader brush. I'm going to go in with the color Tempera. So it's the lightest color in the palette. I'm going to dip into that a little tiny bit. So I'm just going to pop that right under the arch. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And then just kind of go out a little bit. Alright, so then I'm just going to kind of pat it onto where I don't have any color on my lids. We're actually going to move on to eyeliner right now. The eyeliner I use is the Super Skinny Marker from NYX. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and do my eyeliner off camera because I ain't no professional. Okay, so I just went ahead and put my eyeliner on. So next what I'm going to do is Tightline. I'm just using the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On eyeliner in Jet Black. And I'm just going to tightline. The reason I do this is it just makes your lash line look a little bit thicker. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fake eyelashes on. The eyelashes that I use are the Ardell Demi Wispies. Let's try to do this on camera, yeah? Okay. The more dry it is, the tackier it gets and the better it stays on. So lashes are on. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start on my face before I finish up my eyes. The thing I'm going to do on my face is concealer. I'm going to start with the NYX HD Studio concealer, but the green one, to cancel out a little bit of redness. Then I'm just going to take my damp Real Techniques sponge, just kind of blend that in. Okay. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with actual concealer. A little bit on my forehead, down my nose. Oh, that's cute. Okay. That was my chair. Or was it? Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in. So next I'm going to go in with my foundation. The foundation I've been using is the True Match Lumi Cushion. It doesn't patch up really bad, doesn't become flaky, so I really recommend this one for anybody with dry skin. I am the shade N2. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my damp sponge. I'm just going to press it in lightly. So I'll just kind of pat that around and then I'll blend it in a minute. I'm recording a video, so be quiet.
You don't want me to be like the Batman?
No, Dad, I'm really recording a video.
No, box.
Yay! Dad?
You don't want me to go like this?
Dad, please, please. I really want to finish this. I don't hear you leaving.
I'm right here.
Dad! Okay, so I guess this tutorial has turned into an unboxing because I just got my Morphe palette. Ooh. Oh, there's a glare. Oh my god, you guys. So next I'm going to go in with some bronzer. I think today, just because I'm feeling very pale, I'm going to go in with the Get to Brazil Wet n Wild bronzer. So I'm just going to dip my brush in there, tap off the excess. Just going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so now that I have bronzed up the cheekbones a little bit, I'm just going to go in a little bit on my forehead. Oh. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some blush. I'm going to go in with a stippling brush from Real Technique. I'm just going to go in with my Rockateur from Benefit. Being in the theater so long, you have to put on a lot of blush, and so, you know, when I started doing actual makeup, I was like, oh my god, you guys. I forgot to put concealer under my eyes. Okay, so now we're backtracking, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my Fit Me concealer and just put a little bit under my eyes. I'm going to go in with my damp sponge. I do go ahead and go in with a setting powder. The setting powder I use is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. It works so well. I definitely recommend it. Just kind of turn it upside down, tap a little bit into the lid, and just tap it. While that sets and bakes, I'm just going to go in with my highlighter because that was going to be my next step. I am going to go in with the Becca highlighter in Moonstone. I'm just going in with a Real Techniques contour brush, but I use it for my highlight. So just go really lightly on the tops of your cheeks. Just put a little bit on your nose, your cupid's bow, on your chin. Alright, so we've let the setting powder sit for a little bit, so we're just going to wipe that off. I'm just brushing it off with an e.l.f. blush brush. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we are going to finish up the lower lash lines. I'm going to go back into my Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to take this little brush by Morphe. It is the Morphe M326, and I'm just going to go in with one color, and it is the Love Letter color that we put on our crease, so that pink color. And I'm going to connect it to the eyeliner we did. You're going to want it to be very smoky. So that is done. So next what we're going to do is we're going to finish up with the eyeliner that we were using earlier, and we're just going to go into the waterline. Okay, so now that we have the lower lash line done, we're going to finally go in with mascara. I am using the Colossal Volume Express from Maybelline. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a little bit of glitter on my lower lash line. So I'm using the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner, and I'm going to just start right down here and just connect it to where the pink ends. So we are almost done with the look. All we have to do now is put some lipstick on. I'm going to go in with the combination of the NYX Retractable Lip Liner, it's the color Nude, and then the Milani lipstick in Matte Innocence, number 60. I'm going to go in with my Bath & Body Works My Favorite Night Balm for my lips. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my lip liner. I've always been terrible with lip liner, so don't judge me. Just gonna go right in with the lipstick. So now we are totally done with makeup. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and set it. Alright, and so that is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any comments, maybe some suggestions of something I should do next, any questions, just go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Definitely like this video if you liked it. Go ahead and share it so that other people can see it. And if you liked me a little bit extra, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So I hope you guys like this video. I will see you later. Bye!